Hey guys, okay, so I've recorded a couple of these and they just weren't coming out right. Let me just say this. You guys have an incredible experience that you can give these people. With weddings, they're having a dream of like this magical thing, and that when they come to your place, they're gonna have all this stuff happening for them, and you guys are telling me that you can do it. But when it comes to this content, it could be that we all have we all have little things that, like, I'm terrible at accounting. I just hate it. But and I don't program anymore, but I'm able to run all the stuff that I run, and do things and give insights that web cookie cutter website people have no clue on. Okay, and so here's the thing. Just picture putting yourself in their shoes. I go to a family events page, and with the content that you guys gave me, just is this. Everything else is either my little thing here trying to get them to think, and then the rest, there's nothing here. And throughout the content, you gave me stuff that really doesn't take much to do. It probably just a few minutes. So for the you guys signed up on the 20th, and it's been a month, and I'm just sort of surprised that this is all I get, because the difference between you and someone else, you have the facility, you have a really awesome place for people to come, and they gotta know. It's just not like hey, we're here. You've gotta in the content on these pages, discover the venue, location options, our approach, stuff like this. It's gotta be more like with the family events, right? You gotta tell them, with your family event, here's what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to give you a great place. It's a place that's it gives you privacy. For your birthday, the kids aren't going to get bored. They're going to have stuff that they can do. They have the facility has the lake. They have they can paddle board with paddle boat with a friend, with a relative or whatever, and then you have photographers and videographers and caterers, and what kind of entertainment is there locally that you can bring in. You can have a small horse or whatever. There's all these different things. You got to paint the picture. You got to tell them. You got to show them that these are all the possibilities that they can have when they have their birthday party, or their graduation, or you got to paint the picture. If you look at the website, sorry, this is developer mode, so it's going to come out weird, but this is painting a picture, and the video is painting a picture. Here, it's painting a picture. You got to have the words behind it. You got to talk to them and tell them that, hey, we're gonna, not only do we have a special place, but we have the resources to make it incredible for you. Don't worry about I'm just not in this business, so basically, you got to tell them the things that that they ask you about and stress out about. That's what you got to tell them on these pages. And if you want, we can talk in a conversation, and I'll record it, and then I'll send it to someone to transcribe it and write it professionally. It'll cut into the time that you've got 20 hours of customization. It'll chew that up. Basically, I'd probably chew it up to about, I don't know. I'll have to ask them. I don't know how long it takes. But long story short, this is crucial. And on top of it, there needs to be separate pages for each of these quinceañeras, military homecoming, reunion. All that stuff needs to have like that. And on top of it, you got to show a website presence is not just throwing stuff up. It's not a wham bam thing. You've got to identify that your client needs to see that you get it, that you understand, right? And so one of the elements that I would say is have like a checklist. A wedding and event checklist. What like for a quinceañera, what's a checklist? What things should you have? Well, how many people are you going to have? You're going to have X amount of people. Okay, well, you're going to need sorry, and I don't know quinceañeras. You're going to need, this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff and that kind of stuff. You need to also make sure that of this, this, and this. You got to put it in those terms. Now, you don't tell everything. You don't give the full recipe. You can even say, want to know the secret ingredients that we use to make it even more special? Contact us today. So then you got a lead capture put into it. But you got to put your heart into this. You've got such a great place, and you want to really have something that is there. You just can't put a 5-minute script. Yep, here's what we do. Okay, contact us. That just doesn't work. And so I'll fill the pages in, and if I put in the ones that want, I'm having a little problem with this thing, which I've sent to the programmer, the developer, because I did this. I did it myself because everyone's gone, and I want to get this done. So it's a thing where I put this in, and I know how to code, and it's not accepting it. So I'll get that fixed. But the other thing I need you to do is go through, weddings, right? Make sure that everything you want in under the weddings is explained to me in an email, and then discover the venue. If you want that out or you want that changed, location options or approach packages. You want a sub menu and then another menu and another menu. That's okay, but let me know exactly. Events, same thing. Do you want stuff under resources? Oh, and don't worry about. They don't want your list. They don't want your vendor list. What they want is to know that you have all the components of a great wedding, of a great event, of a great reunion, of a great company party, of a great quinceañera, that you have the resources. You have the photographers, plural. You have the videographers. You have the party. The cake people. You have you guys do invitations. And I would not use the word dealer. You're a dealer of that. But I forgot what you said. But we're a dealer of this. No, you help them with. You got to use another word, softer word, and that's helping them, not a dealer of something, because that's not going to work. So so you gotta change that. You gotta put more passion and more heart into what you're saying, and show them by things. Like here, company party. You got to talk to the person that is, he's he or she, either like, okay, well, party last year was just okay. This year we had a really good year, so we really need to reward these people. And you got to talk on this page that, hey, don't just have another boring party behind the back of the building that they're standing around eating burnt barbecue. Come to us. We will pamper them. We will make them. We will make it to where your appreciation of them is truly felt by them through the pampering we're going to give them for that day. We're going to take them out of the work environment and the buzzer and the intercom, lumber line 7, it's going to take them out of that. We're going to put them into like an oasis away from work, close enough to where they can get there, but a time away, a true break, like a meditation of an event that's just going to, great food and entertainment and things, and just a way to just sort of stop the world just for a second so they can have a great time. And then when they get done, they're going to be like, wow, this was epic. Our boss really cared about us because he did this. That's what you got to tell them on this page, and you got to tell them on the other pages. It's one of those things. I don't know. As I say that you gotta. I don't know. You need more. And if you don't have the time, or you're just not good at it, then let me talk to you, and let's formulate it, and I'll get it written up by real writers that can make this, because you've got to. I mean, at least the site I think is awesome. Sure, I made it, but it's awesome. And it's a thing where it just really has class, and it has a good. It's getting them involved. It's showing them things. It's getting them into it. It makes them see that it's a good place. And then down here, we're going to put things that will help. They'll see that they can put themselves in the pictures here. They can see that things are happening. With that you guys are constantly doing stuff. So that's really. They have testimonials. I mean, there's just so much to this. But when it comes to the actual pages, where you're really going to draw them in and show them that, hey, I understand you, and we're going to give you an experience unlike any other place. You're not going to get it. Sorry, this because of the editor thing. But it's a thing that just like this video. Typical website people would just throw stuff together and that's it. You know, the things that are here, people are going to watch this and go, this is what I want. I want this. And that's what, you know, I got to have that with the content. You got to show me, you know, what can you do? Okay, thanks.